Hello, welcome to Coaching Think Talk. I am Coach Marife Garfin from Life Coach Philippines, and this is Coaching for Overcoming. This coaching conversation is for individuals, especially mothers, who are facing challenges of all forms, all forms of life challenges that is threatening their mental health, but are desiring to overcome and come out as the best version of themselves. Oops. Okay. And my mission is to help every mothers of every family to take a stand in mental health for her and her children. And I am a Master Builder Apprentice of Master Coach A's Master Builder Apprenticeship Program. I am also a scholar to Master Coach A's Six Steps to a Six-Figure Public Speaking Career. So magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. And for those who are not familiar with me, I am also by background, I am a nurse by profession with 22 years of hospital experience. I am a mother, I am a wife, and I am also an entrepreneur. So magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. And I am the owner of Health and Wellness Coaching Center here in Tacloban City. The center aims to facilitate overcoming of challenges, different forms, especially weight loss and fitness, and also for gaining clarity of the future through self-discovery and also mental health, which is my advocacy. Okay, so magandang hapon po ulit sa inyong lahat. And thank you for joining me live today. And please leave your digital footprints by letting us know where you're coming from. Please do tag a friend and circulate this video to help us reach more individuals who might be of need of what we'll be sharing this session. You may also give some shout outs to people you want to greet and reach out with some inspiring messages. So bring them in, invite them in. If you are watching this on a replay, please do comment hashtag replay. I am streaming via FB page of Life Coach Philippines and YouTube channel Coach AI Connect. If you are new, okay, so to our platform, please like, follow, and subscribe so that you'll receive, prompts when we have discussions, when we have events happening in our in Life Coach Philippines. So magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. So this afternoon, I will be sharing with you for our coaching for overcoming Mom in Bay. So are you familiar with Mom in Bay? Ano ka ba yung sinasabing Mom in Bay? So we're gonna be discussing that. So call some friends, watch this as sharing together, no? Especially mothers. So we are asking every mothers to come in and join me in this conversation of Mom in Bay. Ano nga ba yung Mom in Bay? Okay, so what memory? So before I start, let me invite everyone, no, to center yourself in the question that we have in the slide. So ang tanong is, what memory comes to mind when you hear the word in Bay? So let me acknowledge Coach Arnel Bibar from Northern Samar. Hello, Coach Arnel. So magandang hapon sa iyo. Thank you for joining me. Coach Arnel, you may invite also some moms because this may be very important to them. Makarelate sila dito sa discussion natin on Mom in Bay. So again, what memory comes to mind when you hear the word in Bay? So in Bay muna. Punta muna tayo sa word na in Bay. Okay, so I forgot kung ano sa Tagalog yung in Bay. But dito po sa amin, ang dialect namin sa in Bay is naawa. Okay, sa inyo siguro yung, bakit, sabi ng husband ko, yung invade sa Tagalog is naiinggit. Dito sa amin po is naawa. Hindi naaawa, okay? For Tagalog is naawa. No, it's naawa. Okay, ibig sabihin, naiinggit, okay? So, what memory comes to mind when you hear the word invade? So, Coach Lynn, ano yung naaalala mo pag naririnig mo yung word na invade? So, you share it in the chat box, okay? So, we're going to be discussing Mom in Bay this afternoon. Okay? So if you look at the picture, no, that's a picture of me way back. Ang thin pa ng arms ko dyan, no? Okay, so that's kiss in the picture. I think he was in preschool. This is a preschool picture of my son. And I was pinning a ribbon. I think this is a commencement exercise. He was recognized for doing well in his class. So ako po yan at ako ay nagpipin ng ribbon sa kanyang chest, no, as a recognition for a wonderful job in school. So this is the time, no, na yeah, inggit Coach Lynn, tama ka. So ito yung picture na ito wherein I was really so proud, no, because my son, I went up the stage of pinning a ribbon for my son who have achieved. So na-experience ko po ito siya, no. And in fact, the picture comes from an album na I have a compilation of album for each of my children. Tapos lahat yung ng kanilang milestone nandyan sa mga albums na yan. Okay? So that's my son. Binigyan ko siya I mean, I pinned a ribbon from the school, no. The mom is there to get up the stage at magbigay siya. And so this is the picture of me na binigyan ko siya ng ganyang milestone. Ito naman, this is another picture of my daughter. So this is the picture of my daughter. So this was taken in her ballet class. I think he was just about 5 years old here. And basically, at this time, she doesn't know yet what she really wanted, no? And of course, as a mom, dream kong magbalerina noon, kaya in-enroll ko siya. So, I was looking at other people, I was looking at other moms, ang gaganda ng mga anak nila with your ballerina costumes, no? So, I said, I'm capable to send my daughter. So, kahit hindi, I'm not she doesn't actually like it. She obliged to go with mom, so in-enroll ko siya sa ballet. And this is because I've been looking at other moms. So tinitingnan ko, photo album talaga, Coach Ling. Ganyan yung mga mommy. Sa inyo siguro ngayon nasa digital, you have your album in your phone. So I've been seeing when I was a little girl, I wanted to take up ballet, but hindi kaya ng nanay ko. And at the time, it was not a priority for my mom. So when my daughter was a little girl, she doesn't have any choice. I enrolled her in ballet because I've been seeing other moms na parang magandang tingnan, karay-karay nila yung mga anak nila with the ballet, no? With the ballet attire ng mga anak nila nagsasayaw sa stage. And then of course my son, yung picture kanina ni Kiss, no? I love seeing moms, I love it going up a stage, recognizing that, being recognized that I'm a mom of an achiever. So yun yung mga picture ng ko with my children when I talk about Invade, because I keep on looking at other moms. I wanted so much done with my kids. Okay, so yun yung mga story ko. That's why I can relate so much with what we're going to discuss this afternoon as Mom in Day. Now, of course, I'm just always relating things to mothers, but the basic idea or the basic principle is basically applicable to each one. When you talk about invade, it is not just confined to a mother situation or a person. Invade is a general, how do you call it, emotion, is a general feeling, like everyone can have it. Okay, everyone can develop and have an experience. That's why I've asked you earlier, what comes to mind? What memory do you have when you hear the word invade? Okay, so let me proceed now. So invade, let us define invade. Invade is a feeling of discontented or resentful longing aroused by someone else's possession, qualities, or lack. Yung bang meron siya, tas feeling mo wala ka. So you're discontented. At tinitingnan mo, dapat meron ako nun. Dapat yun yung gusto ko. Dapat meron ako niyan. So there's a feeling of discontentment. And you're resentful, okay, sa isang tao na meron doon. Meron doon sa gusto mo. So that's invade. Okay? Now, let us differentiate what is envy versus jealousy. Kasi parang nagkakapareho sila. So, jealousy is the feeling of wanting to have something that once you had. Okay? So, meron ka nun, pero nawala siguro, tapos ngayon, nakita mo sa iba, and you feel like, dapat meron din akong yan. Okay? So, that's jealousy. So, we're now differentiating. Anong pagkakaiba nito? But when you talk about envy, it is an obsessive frustration. Obsessive frustration about the things that you never had. Wala ka talaga noon. For example, a talent in singing. Okay? A talent in singing, a talent in singing, yung is talagang from the very beginning, wala ka niyan. Wala ka talagang talent in singing. Tapos nakita mo yung kaibigan mo meron. Tapos maraming siyang kaibigan, sikat na sikat siya. So you're so obsessive na galit ka na kasi you want to have that. So that's the differentiation. Jealousy and envy. Okay? So jealousy, meron ka noon na wala siguro, napunta sa iba. Tapos yung envy, wala ka talaga noon. Tapos tinitingnan mo lang yung iba na meron. So that's the differentiation of the two. Okay? So why is envy harmful? Bakit pinag-uusapan natin? Because it is harmful. Why is it harmful? You know, people can be really, pag ang envy is overwhelming, people can do some manipulation, people can create so many things, okay, para lang makasakit. So envy is harmful to the envious because it encourages them to believe that what they lack, yung kulang nila in comparison to others, accounts for their relative unhappiness. So para sa kanila, naniniwala sila na dahil sa iba, dahil meron siya, kaya ako unhappy kasi siya meron, ako wala. So the blame is on the other person. Okay? Envy puts happiness outside of the control of the individual, which unfortunately for the envious makes it unreachable. So yung pag-envious ka talagang tao, hindi ka talaga magiging happy. Hindi mo makukuha yung happiness. So hi, Master Coach Jasmine. Thank you for joining me. We're talking about envy here, no? Mom envy. But I'm just explaining muna kung ano yung ibig sabihin ng envy. So, ibig sabihin, you will never be happy. Whatever you have, kahit may talents and skills ka, if you have that envious spirit, okay, ang ibig sabihin nun, hindi mo talaga, kasi you're always looking at other people at feeling mo sila yung may kasalanan kasi meron sila nun, ikaw wala, kaya galit ka. So you'll always be in that state of unhappiness because you have to remember that envy and gratefulness cannot be in the same space. Hindi pwede. Kasi yung envy, you're looking at what you don't have. And in gratefulness, you're acknowledging, you're rejoicing that you have something. So whatever it is na you're grateful for. Ganon yung difference nila, okay? So that's why envy is harmful because people will always believe na siya mo yung may kasalanan, bakit unhappy ako? Okay? So that's why it's harmful. Another is envious people tend, okay, to be hostile. Envious people tend to be hostile, resentful, kasi nga galit sila kasi yung iba meron, ako wala. Angry and irritable. So yun yung kanyang behavior na yun yung makikita mo. Hi, Mayor, thank you for joining me. Okay, so you're hostile, resentful, angry, and irritable. Would you like to be that person? Always hostile, resentful, angry, and irritable. Ang bigat siguro ng pakiramdam, no? Pag ganyan, pag palagi kang envious. So such individuals are also less likely to feel grateful. Ayan na. Hindi ka talaga magiging grateful. So even if you have positive traits and you are in a good circumstances, you will never acknowledge that. Hindi mo mararamdaman when you are envious. Okay? Kung inggitera ko or naiinggit ka. Okay? So that's envy. So that's what happened to envious people. You're hostile, resentful, angry, and irritable. And so just imagine if a mom is like that. Imagine a mother who is envious, a mother who is full of envy. Yung regular nga na mga tao no na walang tinitake care ng mga bata, they are like that. How much more if they are mothers who are taking care of their kids? Okay, so what is the root of envy? Bakit nga ba naiinggit tayo? Okay, number one, and the only one that I have, have researched is self-image, there's this dissatisfaction. Dissatisfaction of, sa self-image mo. This is a poor self-appraisal of your actual stature because you feel inferior to the person you invade. Invade is related to shame. Invade encourages you to achieve a higher stature. So gusto mong katulad nun kahit wala ka nun. So ang ano pa nito, ang manonotice pa nito is when you are dissatisfied, okay? Sabi dito sa isang quote, no, the continually dissatisfied haven't learned to be satisfied. Yung palagi ka na lang talagang discontented because you're envious of other people and other people's talents and skills. Hindi mo nakikita kung anong meron kang kagandahan. So you look at other people at galit ka sa kanila kasi bakit sila meron nun at ikaw wala. So you are unappreciative. So yung tingin mo sa sarili mo, your self-image is really very, very poor. So yun yung nangyayari. That's the reason why. That's the root of invade. Okay. So when you talk about mommy invade or mom invade, okay, this is a manipulation of your perception, yung tingin mo, isolating you inside the sphere of I'll never be as good as that thinking. So iniisip mo hindi ako magiging ganoon talaga. I do remember I shared I think 2 Wednesdays ago, I shared to you about the parental burnout. And one of the reasons of the parental burnout or mommy burnout is that the mom always believed, I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough. So, mommy invade is a manipulation of your perception, isolating you. So, talaga hinihiwalay ka inside the sphere. So sa isip mo, separated ka, I'll never be good as that na pag-iisip. So it's really very negative, no? Negative yung perception mo. Generally, all envious people will really have negative thinking kasi nga hindi nila na-appreciate. They're not seeing what is positive. Okay? So, what are the things that mom are envious about? Okay, so I want you to look at this, even if you're not a mom, okay, Coach Arnel, I know you're not a mom, but try to have your own list. Ano ba yung mga bagay na like you thought na parang naging envious ako in that area? So for mothers, I'm gonna be sharing to you some 12 things that have been identified. No, I've read a lot of articles na ito yung kanilang na pinpoint of the cause of envy from a mom. Okay? Una is mom with a perfect life. So pagtingin ng isang mommy doon sa isang mommy, perfect, walang problema si mommy. Okay? Parang everything is good with that mom. Kaya I feel envious siya doon sa perfect life, sa perceived niya, nakikita niyang perfect life ng isang mom. Okay? So it is only a perception because hindi naman niya kilala. Hindi naman niya nasubaybayan 24 hours yung isang nanay na yun. Hi, Coach Candy. Thank you for joining in. We're talking about invade or mom invade. Okay? So, next is mom with an achieving children. Mom with an achieving children. So, kung kanina nakita ninyo yung picture, I shared to you a picture of this na nag-pin ako sa kanya. No? There will be several moms who would really comment na, ay nako, yung anak ko hindi tamad mag-aral, hindi ko nakukuha, hindi siya nakapag-honor. Kaya I never, merong mga ganon na naririnig mo sa co-mothers mo. So they can be envious, a mom can be envious with a mother, o sa isang nanay, na merong siyang anak na achieving children. Another thing na ini-invade ng isang mga mom is mom who had a chill look. Sorry for the kulang siya. Mom who had a chill look. Ano yung chill look? Yung parang bang zen mom, yung parang kalmado lang, relax lang. I do remember a mother, a classmate, a mother whose child was a classmate of his. So sabi niya sa akin, alam mo, nung magkausap kami, alam mo, tinitingnan kita, parang you're always cool, sabi niya sa akin. You always look cool. So ako, tingnan mo, look at me, sabi niya, tingnan mo ako. Hagardo Versosa na daw siya, pagod siya, at parang she looks filthy. So sabi niya sa akin, sabi ko, hindi naman So, there's a perception na pagtingin nila sa'yo, parang cool lang, parang walang problema. So, a mom can be envious. And I'm pretty sure, no, Coach Lynn, hindi lang naman nanay, no, sometimes, tayo din when even if you're not a mom, like for example in the office, may nakita ka doon na parang relax lang to, parang pretty pa rin, 24 hours na yung work niya, parang okay pa rin. There are people who are like that eh. So, parang yun yung cause ng isang parang envious yung tao doon sa chill look na yan. And then the nanny can be another cause of envy. And this is one thing that I can relate with because, I'm a busy mom. And I would always have nanny. Okay? Siguro I would always have, kahit may mga panahon na wala, parang most oftentimes than not, I have the nanny. And I didn't I'm envious of the nanny. Gusto ko sa akin natutulog yung anak ko. Gusto ko mas attached siya sa akin. Okay? So, how many of you can relate with this one? Okay? So, merong mga mom na who are envious of the nanny, yung mga nanny o yaya ng mga anak nila. Next is moms with neat children. So, there are moms who will invade kasi sa pagtingin nila, palaging malinis yung anak ng isang mami. Neat. They're neat, well-behaved. Hi, Coach Cherry. So, well-behaved. Bakit yung anak nila parang malinis palagi? Neat. It's always neat. So, this is one way na na-envious yung mga nanay, no? Another is moms with this is not moms with advanced development. This is moms with kids na may advanced development. Narinig niyo na po yung mga nanay nagsasabi, yung anak mo, 6 months lang, nakakatayo na. Bakit yung sa akin? Hanggang ngayon, nahirapan pang mag-crawl. Okay, so, may advanced development yung bata. So, bakit yung batang yun kumakain na ng solid food? Yung sa akin, hindi pa. And then, pinipilit mo yung anak mo na kumain ng solid food. Pinipilit mong gawin yun sa anak mo. And then, you become, irritated that hindi siya nagpa-follow doon sa instruction mo because you wanted to pattern that from another mom. Okay? So, yung may advanced development o yung, like, naku, yung anak niya, nakapagbasa na. 4 years old pa lang, yung anak ko, hindi nga makasulat. So, moms who are jealous with moms na may mga anak, with kids na may advanced development. Another thing is moms with kids who says please and thank you. Diba? May mga bata na very, very well-behaved, diba? They're well-behaved, tapos they're very gentle, tapos they would say, thank you, please. Tapos yung anak mo, babara-bara lang, maglalakad lang dyan, parang walang nakita. Diba? So, moms would always be envious. There are moms who would always be envious na, bakit yung ganyan? Bakit yung bata? You say thank you, you say thank you. Pinupush natin, you say thank you. Bakit hindi ka nag-thank you kanina? So, we're that, no? Kasi tinitingnan natin, bakit yung anak ni ano? Bakit yung anak ng kumari ko nagsisay please and thank you? So, these are things, no, that moms may be envious about of other moms. Next is, moms with non-picky eater kids. Anong ibig sabihin to? Yung may mga bata talaga, no, mga anak ng mga nanay na yung anak nila, kahit anong ilagay mo sa plate, they eat. Pero yung anak mo, tinapon yung vegetable, ayaw kumain nito, di ba? Ayaw kumain ng, may pinipili lang. Tapos yung iba, bakit yung isang batang yun, kumakain kahit ano, di ba? So, mom could be envious na sana, ganyan sana yung anak ko kumakain ng gulay, ganyan. Okay, so, mom with non-picky eaters. 8 is mom with kids who sleeps well. Lalo na pag newborn, no? Like, I've seen moms talaga, no, na yung kanilang mga anak, even if it's newborn, they sleep through the night. And then ikaw, you look really very tired kasi yung anak mo pagdating ng 12 midnight hanggang 4 a.m. umiiyak. It breaks your sleep, hindi kayo nakatulog lahat sa bahay. Kasi yung iyak lang ng anak mo yung narinig. Have you experienced that? Can you relate with that? Na parang hindi na natulog. Kaya pagka morning, tulog yung anak mo, you can't sleep because you need to work. Okay? So, yun yung mom with kids who sleeps well. 8 is moms with achievement. This time, yung mga nanay may achievement. So, bakit yung, busy pa nga siya, tapos nakapagtapos pa lang siya, ngayon, nagma-masters na naman. So, there are envious of mothers who have achievement. Okay? 9 is fabulous looking mom. Yung, dapat nanay na siya. Dapat hindi siya nagsusuot ng ganyan. Bakit nasa parlor siya? She's a mom. She should be at home. Diba? So, may mga ganon. Nagsiselos ka sa mga fabulous. Bakit ganyan yung figure niya? Naku, hindi naman siguro yan kumakain. Okay? So, ito yung mga nanay na talagang nakatingin sa ibang nanay. No? Fabulous mom. Tinitingnan nila. But that's the perception, okay? Perception nila yun. That's a fabulous looking mom. And I hate it. Hate seeing mom. They're angry. They're envious seeing beautiful moms or fabulous moms. Okay, 10th is mom with clean, spotless home. Hello, Coach Maureen. Thank you for joining me. Mom with clean, spotless home. Okay, so mom with clean, spotless home. Okay, so eto yung, bakit yung bahay niya, kahit maglaro yung mga anak niya, malinis pa rin. Marunong yung mga anak maglagay ng mga gamit. Okay, so galit ka kasi pag uwi mo, parang yung bahay mo ay nagkaroon ng tsunami. Pag uwi mo, nilinis mo, you just went on grocery, especially if you have toddlers, pag uwi mo, parang nag-tsunami yung sala ninyo. Everything is, everywhere. But you came to a house, you visited a mother, or in-invite ka sa isang bahay, tapos nakita mo ang linis-linis. Sabi mo, bakit? Bakit siya gano'n? Bakit gano'n yung bahay niya? So, mom with a clean, spotless home. 11th, mom with caring, supportive husband. Okay, so ilan? Mayor, marami bang nag-envious dito kay Coach Nords kasi meron siyang caring, supportive husband? Okay, so bakit yung asawa niya, naku, nagre-regalo pa rin ng flowers? Pag anniversary, kumakain sila sa restaurant. Yung asawa ko, nakalimutan na nga yung anniversary. Okay? So, there are mothers who are envious with moms na merong mga asawa na mga supportive husband. Okay? So, for all the single ladies, no, isulat nyo yung mga notes ninyo dito. Kasi parang pumapasok na kayo sa motherhood school. Okay? So, hi, Coach Tin. Thank you for joining me. So, another thing that a mom can be envious, there's plenty of lists, no? Ito lang yung sinulat ko kasi super dami siya. So, I just chose 12, no? Another thing that moms can be envious about is when they look at super moms. Ito yung mga super moms who can do everything. Like, pack, pack, pack. They have output. Clean yung bahay. They have career na mga ganda. They're known in society. Tapos yung isang mom naman siguro pinabayaan niya yung mga ganun sa bahay niya. So, these are things that mom can be envious about. Ito yung you don't have it. So, if we go back to the slides no of envy, okay, the difference between jealousy, pag envious ka, wala ka talaga noon, nakatingin ka sa iba, galit ka kasi you're unhappy because yung wala ka noon sa iba meron. But when you're jealous, you had it, pero nawala siya. Tapos nakita mo sa iba. So that's the difference between envious and jealousy. Okay? So these are the things that moms can be envious about. Okay? So for those who are catching up with me, I'm talking about mom in day. Okay? So there are steps, no, process to rid yourself of mom in day. Paano nga ba para hindi na tayo maging envious of other mothers, no? Kasi a lot of times when you're so consumed of envy, para kang nagme-meditate doon sa meron doon sa isang tao, and then you forgot what you have in your own, in your own house and in your own plate. You forgot to look at whatever blessings you have. Kasi envious ka nga doon sa isang nanay. And this is actually not new to me. I do remember now when the kids were growing up, they're not as competitive as I expect them to be. So, nung mga bata pa sila, I can push them, to become an honor student, push them, help them out, just do everything you can so that they can go up the stage. But when they start, growing up, they had their own pacing. And so there were many times, no, pag nakikita ko, I don't know if you're familiar with Maalala Mo Kaya. So, in that movie of Maalala Mo Kaya ni Charo Santos, no, I would be seeing movies, okay, of stories of people who really came out from rags to riches, yung na mga naging successful. And pag meron po akong nakikita na movie of someone who is hi Coach AP, Coach PB. So pag meron akong nakikitang story, okay? When I'm watching a movie and there's a story, okay? There's a story of a student or a child who is working his way out from poverty para makapasok lang, I would always cry. Umiiyak po talaga ako. Tapos yung sa brain ko, nasa heart ko, sabihin, bakit ganun? Bakit yung mga anak ko ganyan? Bakit ganyan? I mean, my kids have that. So I had that. So it's not new to me. Being envious is not new. It can happen to anyone. It can happen to anyone. That's why it's very important that you check upon yourself. Okay? So let's go into the step process to rid yourself of mom in day. Okay? So, paano natin tatanggalin yung pagiging envious natin sa ibang nanay? Okay? So, number one is assess your perception. Ano yung nakakapag-trigger? Bakit ka nagiging envious? What triggered that? Okay? Ano yung trigger? Bakit naging envious ka? Okay? So, you have to remember, there will always be an outside stimulus, but at the end of the day, you are the one who is reacting. You are the one who is reacting. So what is going on inside? Bakit ganon yung reaction? You've seen a mom, no? I don't know if you've seen Victoria Beckham, no? Wow, the figure is still the same. Okay? So sila the Kardashians, yung ating mga artista na bakit nanganak, eh bakit ganon pa rin yung mga katawan, di ba? And sometimes we look at them, bakit hindi ganon yung katawan? Okay? So assess your perception. Why? Bakit ganon yung tingin mo doon sa isang tao? You don't even know the person. You don't even know the story behind. Bakit ganon siya? So what triggered the vein inside of you? Okay? Diba? Ano yung nakaka-trigger? Bakit nati-trigger ka? Why are you becoming envious of someone? So assess. Pangalawa is acknowledge that emotion. Acknowledge that emotion. So what are you feeling? Bakit ganon yung pakiramdam mo? What is happening inside of you? Okay? So you can't deny, because when you deny, when you don't acknowledge the emotion, that means you will not be able to step into doing something about it. Kasi nga dinideny mo. Yes, Coach Lynn, the pre-body baby. Diba? Hindi naman natin alam na natutulog na pala yung sa gym sila. Grabe yung kain nila. What we see is only the after effect na maganda yung katawan. Nanganak ng 3, agad pa rin ang katawan. Pero natutulog na pala yung sa gym. Ikaw, ayaw mo mag-gym. Okay? So, that's one thing, no, that a lot of moms would always look into. Okay? So, acknowledge. So, number 2, acknowledge your emotion. What are you feeling? As I've said, when you don't acknowledge, you won't be able to take the step, okay, na paano ka matulungan, because you're not acknowledging that you're envious. As I've said, envy is something that can happen to any one of us in any given time, in any point of our lives. Okay? So talagang mag-happen po yan. And you cannot super deny. But you can always assess yourself and acknowledge so that you can take the first step. Okay? Lalo na yung, sabi ko nga sa inyo, yung biggest na envy ko talaga, yung nakikita ko yung iba talaga na umaakyat sa stage, no? And then yung mga anak nila, like the timeline, like for us, no, my husband and is in the medical field, like lahat ng anak ng doktor nagdoktor. But in our case, it's a different story. Okay? So there was kind of a point na gumanon siya, na parang there was kind of envy. But, as I've said, we assessed our perception, okay? We acknowledged the emotion, and then we went into the acceptance. Okay? Went to the acceptance that hindi yun ang strength mo. So there are the first thing na pwede mong gawin. That's not your strength. So I need to accept na siya yun and I'm different. We have always to go back to remember that each and every one of us is unique individuals. We cannot be a carbon copy of somebody. It's going to be a dull world if we're all going to be the same thing, no? So, iba-iba po yung strength natin because each and every one of us were given the talent and skill because we are complementing. Humanity should be able to complement with each other. Kung ano yung strength ng isa, matutulong niya sa isa. Kung ano yung meron sa isa, matutulong niya. That's why we need to accept. Sabi nga ni Master Coach, if you fight with reality, you're going to have struggles, you're going to have problems. So accept na ganun talaga. And then so that you can look inside you, ano yung pwede mong gawin sa sarili mo. Okay? Assess, acknowledge, and accept. So that's the first 3 steps. Next is appreciate others. Appreciate. Instead of envying the person, celebrate their success. Wow, ang ganda naman. Okay? That's really being truly happy for someone. Because actually, we never know the story. We never know the story of what is behind. Bakit ganon? Bakit nag-achieve yung mga anak? Bakit ganon yung nangyayari? So, we don't have any idea. As I've said, unless you monitor, 24/7, but still, even if you have the CCTV for all the moms in the universe, no, you don't know the mind, you can't read minds, and you cannot see the heart. Okay? So appreciate others. When you start appreciating other people, no, it has a ripple effect. It really brings in so much joy. Tapos na-appreciate mo sila and they smile back at you and they say thank you. Iba yung pakiramdam. Iba yung pakiramdam. You become grateful when you celebrate other people's success, when you appreciate them. Bumabalik po talaga if there's a ripple effect in you. And then you become so energized, you become so mindful, and you become more also appreciative of yourself, which we now go to the next step, which is affirm yourself. Affirm yourself. Be grateful for what you have. So, palagi kasi natin tinitingnan kung ano yung wala tayo. Pero hindi natin tinitingnan ano nga ba yung meron ka. Okay? Ano nga ba yung meron ka? Because definitely, if you believe you're created in the image of God, there is really truly something in you na talagang uniquely yours, and that is beautiful. Because you can never be you without that. Okay? You can never be you without that. That's you. Okay? So, I remember yesterday in the kapihan, I talked about it. It was God who knit us in our mother's womb. He has wonderfully and beautifully created us. Okay? So, affirm yourself. Huwag ka nang maghintay nang i-affirm ka ng iba. Just say, okay, yes, I said, Marife, you've done a good job. You look good today. When you look at the mirror, sabi nga ni Master Coach, dati, when we look at the mirror, we look at our flaws. Ano ba yung buhok ko? Ang gulo ko. Ano ko, may wrinkles na ako dito. Bakit ganito yung tingin, yung mukha ko? Bakit tabingi? Bakit ganito yung ngipin ko? Yun ang nakikita natin. But we can be intentional to look at the mirror and say, wow, girl, you're so beautiful. Wow, girl, you're rocking it. Okay? So affirm yourself. Be grateful for what you have. Because when you start affirming yourself, you are truly re-energized, no? And then you're giving actually honor to the Creator. You're giving honor to the Creator. Kasi siya nga gumawa sa'yo. Imagine, you have a painting, no? Tapos may nagsabi, naku, hindi naman maganda yung painting na yan. Diba, you're offended if that's your painting. Or if that's your work, you didn't work well. Diba, you feel really so bad. Imagine how God will feel if you yourself keep telling yourself of all the flaws instead of looking that you are beautifully created by God. So, pag in-affirm niyo po yung sarili niyo, you actually receive the blessing from God. God will bless you with joy, with happiness. And then you start seeing the beauty around you. So, be grateful for what you have. Okay? So, that's how you counteract envy. And 6 is allow yourself to improve. Okay? Allow yourself to improve. If you have seen something good in other people, you have appreciated and you have affirmed them, now you ask yourself, how do I improve also? That's a wonderful thing. Nakita ko yung namin na ganun. Paano kaya ginawa niya? How can I do that to myself? Okay? So you're coming from a space of being inspired. You're coming from a space of empowering yourself. So refocus now on your talent and skill. How will I improve myself? Okay? So because when you try to think of improving yourself, you're now acknowledging that you're actually good, that there's something good in you. I-improve lang. Okay? Instead of looking at other people and invading them for what they have. Okay? So allow yourself to improve. Refocus on your talent and on your skills. Okay? So yun po yung ating step process to rid yourself of mom envy. As I've said, this is not This is not a, hindi po siyang bagong emotion. This is inherent. Okay, meron talaga tayo nito. That's why one has to be intentional. Temptation po kasi yung to be envious. And it will always point out to how you see yourself, okay? And what space you are coming from. How you see yourself and what space you're coming from. If you're coming from a space of ungratefulness, if you're coming from a space na you're not appreciated, if you're coming from a space where envy is thriving, if you're coming from a space of not being appreciated, then definitely it is so easy to fall into the trap of becoming envious of other people. Okay? So, it is, sabi nga sa isang quote na ito ni Josh Billings now, love looks through a telescope. Love looks through a telescope, but invade through a microscope. So, pag telescope kasi, pag tingin mo, pag love yan, malawak yung nakikita. There's acceptance. There's affirmation. Okay? Malawak. Telescope. Di ba pag telescope, when you have the telescope, kita-kita mo lahat. Malawak yung sako. But when you are looking at the lens of invade, then that's looking into the microscope. Yung microscope kasi, you are tweaking, no? Tinitingnan mo yung maliliit na bagay. So kahit may maganda doon sa tao, because you're envious of the person, you would always say, hindi naman maganda. Hindi naman. Saka ganun pa. Hindi naman bagay. So, that's what envious people are. So, always be intentional to check on yourself. Where am I coming from? Am I coming from love or am I coming from an envy? So, whatever you may be doing, whatever conversation you are exchanging with other people, no? Or if you're a mom, ito nga sinasabi ko because we're talking about mom in day, no? Hi, Miss Joanna, and hi, Coach Sean. So thanks for joining me. So if you're looking at other moms, it's so easy, especially when you're so tired, no, with all the modules, with all the virtual learning, grappling with so much, no, you're in a space na pagod ka, tapos nakita mo yung isang nanay na parang the mother looks so chill, parang wala lang problema. Tapos yung mga anak niya, neat and clean, well-behaved. So, pwede tayong mag-shift into that envious mode. So, always check yourself on a day-to-day basis. Where are you coming from? Are you coming from the love or are you coming from an envy mode? Okay? So, I've said envy can be harmful because this is a very manipulative emotion that will really harm you more than the person you're invading. Okay? Kasi pwede mo nga i-push yung ibang tao. The effect of envy around the people around the person who is an envious person is very damaging. It is so negative, that it can rub off other people and shoot people away. Okay? Then, according to Harold Coffin, envy is the art of counting the other fellow's blessings instead of your own. So, it's an art. Envy is an art. Na nakatikin ka, meron siyang 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tapos nakalimutan mong i-count, ano nga ba yung meron ka? Ano nga ba yung pwede kong i-celebrate about me, about my being a mother, about my kids, about my family, about my home, about my husband. Okay? So, it's an art. And oftentimes, because it's an art, it can disguise. It can be a disguise behind your thoughts, behind your perception. That's why you have to be very keen to always assess your perception. Doon kasi po nagsisimula yan sa perception of how you see things. Okay? So, that's all that I'll be able to, I'm sharing with you this afternoon, no? Mom in Bay. Sabi ko nga sa inyo, this is not a new thing. In Bay will always be there lurking around. So you just have to be very careful of yourself. Always assessing yourself. Okay, acknowledging your emotion if it's happening, accept that that's the truth. Okay, that's the reality. Okay, and then appreciate others, affirm them, and then look into yourself how you can, improve, because that's the most important way when you act upon. Okay, when you act upon what you need to improve rather than sinisiraan mo yung isang tao, pinipintasan mo because you're envious. It won't it won't add anything to you. It would add it won't but if you try to improve yourself, then you become a better person and the best person. So if you're a mom and you're dealing with it, you're dealing hindi naman like even if it's mild, envy, but time to time parang palaging bumibisita sa envy sa akin, no. If you're a mom dealing with it, join me, okay? You can message me, connect with me at 099573988463. You can add me in Facebook. Let's have a meaningful conversation. Let's go deep dive into envy, really, mom envy. And if you want to be empowered, may I invite you to join me in my nth attempt in motherhood. We're going to be talking a lot about these things, no? Yung mga bagay that really affect mothers. Yung pinag-usapan namin po inside my nth attempt in motherhood. So this is a coaching community which empowers mother to take a stand on mental health for her and her children. So inviting you po. So message me, PM me, so that I can give you po the link. Okay? So, and then let me invite you tonight. Okay? Let me invite you tonight as I end this conversation, no, to be part of what we're going to be having tonight. This is a free gift coaching. Free gift coaching. Sorry, it's a growth coaching model. Yung eyes ko nakatingin dito sa white, sa puti. It's a growth coaching model. We had this last. Was it last weekend? No, we have another run by Master Coach Jasmine. Okay, we have another run by Master Coach Jasmine tonight at 7 p.m. So you can just message 0917-586-1661 for registration assistance. So tonight po ito, it's very exciting because even if you're not a coach, the growth model, no, this growth coaching model, magagamit po ng anyone. You just have to take the workshop so that you learn how to go about. Okay, so this is another run. Okay, this is another run on tonight, April 28th at 7 p.m. So connect with Coach Rizal. Nandyan po yung kanyang number. Okay, so as I end this conversation, let me invite you to be part of what we're doing as an organization of professional certified life coaches. Do join us for another coaching conversation. Bukas po, mamaya po, sorry. Mamaya, baka ma-miss ko to. Mamaya, para pa naman to sa mga singles, okay? Do join us for another coaching conversation with Coach Maureen for coaching for single living at 4 p.m. And her topic is exciting for the singles. This is preparing for dating. Preparing for dating. So yung may mga kaibigan ng mga single, no? Or maybe yung mga single the second time around, okay? So let them join mamaya at 4 p.m. with Coach Maureen as he talk about preparing for dating. I would like also to invite you to a startup business bootcamp. This is a part of our co-actively co-create certification, no, under Life Coach Philippines. But you may join in even if you have not been certified. This is a business bootcamp. This coming mamayang gabi din pala at 6 p.m. ang start nito. So if you have friends who are interested, especially entrepreneurs, no, this is a business bootcamp. Do help facilitate for them to join in, no. Just it's 0917-806-4200. Yun po yung number ni Coach Tin. So you can connect with Coach Tin. This is tonight at 6 p.m. 6 to 8 po siya. So business bootcamp. So invite all the entrepreneurs na kilala po ninyo. Don't miss the opportunity. Ang daming nangyayari tonight. So it's it's always exciting to be in Life Coach Philippines. Kasi nandyan talaga yung maraming learnings. Okay? So I would like also to invite you to Master Coach A's co-actively co-create life coach certification program. Okay, this is a comprehensive approach to learning and mastering life coaching as an active process of creating a new path to achieving results in life. so that success is inevitable in every coaching relationship. So I have attended the recently concluded first class of co-actively co-create, and you know what, if you're looking into getting certified, this is the program. I've had another experience before. It cannot compare to what we have here with co-actively co-create. So if you have friends who are thinking about this, being certified, becoming a professional life coach, encourage them, do hop in with them to co-actively co-create life coaching certification program. This is the best one. Okay. So, uh, this is a 3 day, there is a 3 day live coaching boot camp. And of course, kasama yung live business bootcamp, which I've announced kanina, kasama po siya sa package with senior coaching team. Okay? And then the program package also comes with many bonuses. Kaya you just have to, this is a 21 learning journey with daily lessons, 3 day live coaching bootcamp, as I've said. And then do connect with Coach Rizal if you're interested, or your friend is interested, connect them with Coach Rizal through 0917-586-1661 to discover the opportunities waiting for you in this profession. It's going to be an exciting ride, always an exciting ride with Life Coach Philippines. So, that's about it. Thank you so much for joining me this afternoon. Once again, okay, this is Coach Marife from Life Coach Philippines, and coming in live from Tacloban City, Region 8 Builders Now for Coaching Think Talk. Coaches like us think and talk like this. This is us from the Philippines. Love, bam, boom. God bless everyone. See you this 4 p.m. with Coach Maureen. Have a wonderful day.